Ace, what the hell, man? Where'd this all come from?
Alright, the history of the Outlaw. Well, started from an album by Ace in the Hole in 1999. Wrote a song called The Outlaw. We did a lot of music videos throughout our years together. We're still actually technically together, although I am wounded in battle now, but the band's still together. We started in 1992. Anyways, in 99 we did a album called Future War. Outlaw was a song. We did a video and I said, hey, wouldn't it be fucking cool if we started making a rock movie? Like crazy rock fetish, everything, just no holes barred. And we were a fetish metal band, and like we do our stage shows, there were naked girls, there was, foot fetish. That's one of my sins, which I love, if you haven't noticed. But that's where that all started from, and the thing just evolved. People caught on to it, and then got another brain fart of an idea. I said, well, wouldn't it be cool to make a kind of a comic book, graphic novel, photo novel, what you will. That got published and everything. People just, they dug it, man, which is cool. So all you people who like this are fucked up. So,
Does that include the comic book nerds?
absolutely.
Tell me about the comic.
Well, the comic is a photo novel, screen by screen, and then we make it in the comic format, but it's the actual pictures of the girls and everything, and the stars and the actresses and actors. And at the end of every book, we had almost like a penthouse section. Although it's not, it's not hardcore. It pushes the boundaries a little. They're always naked, a lot of fetish in there, but nothing, no gapings or anything like that. We kind of tone it down. But yeah, so those are the books. So what else you got there, brother?
You keep telling me this film is based loosely on your life.
Yeah.
So there's a whole bunch of characters in there, and you're telling me that this all comes from you. This all comes from your experiences. Why don't you tell me a bit about that?
Well, okay. I actually did have experiences with the Greys, first of all. They are real. They're very real. They didn't abduct me, thank God. I prayed to Christ, and they did not get me. But they did paralyze me, and when I started praying, they left. That was right around that time. That was probably, let's see, that happened, that experience was 96, 95. And then we wrote the Future War album several years later. But the Greys are very real. Other than that, the other characters, like, I was a preacher, I was a born-again preacher. After that Grey event shocked me totally out, freaked me out, I became a preacher. And then I had bad experiences over the years at church. I was doing prison preaching for 5 years. And I had bad experiences, not so much with doing the preaching, but so much with other people at the church and stuff. And I was kind of the rogue. Even as a preacher, I was still kind of me, but, a lot better, I guess. But, so anyways, I had bad experience. So then I turned against God at a point, and I became a satanic preacher. I went from one extreme to the other. It is true that I am a Gemini. I am a switch from one to the other. So that I actually also worked with the bondsmen, bounty hunters, for real. It's not like Frog the Bounty Hunter, man. It's you're gonna get kicked around. It's tough shit. You don't go around and say, "Oh, your brother, let me tell you about Jesus." Yeah, right. They're shooting at you. Fuck that. No, I did that for a number of years too, but I was on the easier ride of it. I did a lot of the computer work for them and tracking and that. But I was on several ride-alongs and things like that during those years. So yeah, a lot of the characters. You got the preacher, the crazy preacher. That was me. You got the bondsman. You got all of that in a nutshell. You got the Greys. All happened. So that's where we're at, man. And I hope they like this shit because it happens to be true.
You're always saying this is basically taken from events of your life.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out because, as you know, I play Dr. Cronauer in this, and I get kicked around an office by a couple of by a naked woman. Is that part of your life, or what? What part
Well,
of
the
your-
naked woman
what-
wasn't there, but yeah, some of the doctors got a little roughed up by fucking screwing me around, misdiagnosing me for a year. And
Yeah,
a
that's
half.
what I was kind of wondering about. Is your
Yeah.
thing about doctors and the Lyme disease that you're dealing with right now?
Yeah,
You would talk about
I
that?
am battling. Okay, I'm battling Lyme. They misdiagnosed me for about 14, 15 months. This eye, I can only see colors and shapes, and this one's starting to get it now. And yeah, they fucked me up. So Lyme is real. Lyme is everywhere. And the thing that kills me about it is I got bit 14, 15 months ago. I went to the doctors the next day, and then they misdiagnosed it. And from doctor to doctor to doctor. So they're like inept motherfuckers around here. But yeah, so I'm off on the Lyme, but I am an advocate against Lyme disease. Take a chunk out of Lyme with a fucking sword.
And use my face to do it with.
You had fun. He had fun. Fucker had fun.
Okay, so one last question. What are you now?
I'm a born again Christian. You don't ever lose that. I tried to run from God, couldn't do it. Stuck where I'm stuck, and I guess now, that's fine. I accept that, and I accept Christ, and we're going to continue on and hope things get a little bit better. But one thing, the Outlaw is going to continue, one way or the other.